Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? I'm gonna brave this this cold San Diego weather and come out and do my video from the outside tonight. I'm not gonna be a sissy and do my video on my computer because it's been cold here in San Diego. I mean, I know people think San Diego isn't very cold, but it's actually been a pretty cold winter for us. Cold and rainy. And I've been a little bit of a, I'm not gonna say that word. You know what, I'm not gonna say that word because this is a PG-13 channel, but I've been a little bit of a sissy. So I've been shooting the videos from my computer and I should be outside because I like to show downtown Carlsbad because it's interesting to see other places people live. I like to see other places people live, so I like to show you kind of an area that I'm from. So anyway, and I think a train's coming too, if I can hear one in the background. But I want to talk a little bit about Vitalik Buterin. Vitalik actually shot a video with this guy, I think, that come up with the Abra. I'm not familiar who they are. I think it's an application, and I'm not real sure what they do, but Vitalik shot a video with this guy recently, a few days ago. And in that video, Vitalik talks about the three major problems he sees with Ethereum. Number one being scaling. He's talking about how Ethereum's doing about 15 transactions per second, and it really needs to be about 100,000. Second thing he talks about is privacy. And the third thing he talks about is usability. Privacy being keeping personal information off main chain and having someplace else for that information to be stored. And then the third issue is privacy. I mean, is usability, just making it easy to use. So the applications are easy to use, and so pretty interesting. Video. I'll post it below. Post a link below. But the thing I want to talk about in this video that I thought was the most interesting thing that Vitalik said was he talks about how Bitcoin. Actually, we talked a lot about Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a little below 4,000 a day, but it's been on the upswing. And of course, you got Jack Dorsey talking about Bitcoin. You got Bitcoin doing a number of other things. So Bitcoin's been on the upswing as far as information, news, and price. So Vitalik said to the guy from Abra that if Bitcoin wants to be more than just a store of value, they need to move to proof of stake protocol. So if they want to do something more than just be someplace to store value, that they need to move to proof of stake. Of course, EOS is the main proof of stake blockchain. The main protocol proof of stake would be EOS. So also, I think Vitalik's a little bit conceding the fact that if Ethereum's ever going to scale, it's going to have to go proof of stake. So the proof of stake protocol, the EOS protocol, seems to be the one that everybody's, especially Vitalik. Vitalik is blockchain. He's a blockchain person. He's probably the #1 person outside of maybe Dan Lambert to speak about blockchain. So Vitalik saying Bitcoin needs to go to the proof of stake protocol is very, very, very important for the fact that EOS is the only blockchain that really is scaling right now. And of course, we talk about this all the time. EOS scales where others don't. That's why it's so important to build on EOS. That's why it's so important to hold the EOS token. And hopefully this train goes through very quickly. I think it's going through fast. Yeah, it's not going to slow down. That's probably the coaster. So, blockchain needs to figure out a way to stop railroad trains from blowing their whistles all the time. Because when they go through here, they just blow the whistle constantly. Because it's a very populated area. It's very densely populated. There's a lot of bars down here. There's a lot of people walking around on the streets. It's right next to the ocean. I think I'm only a block from the ocean right now. So you just got a lot of activity down here. So these trains go roaring through here at about 90 miles an hour, maybe not that fast, maybe 70 miles an hour. And of course, they want to let everybody know they're coming. And so they blow the whistle like crazy. And people do get hit down here by the train quite often. I've actually, I haven't actually witnessed one, but I've been there after it happened, where they have it all, you know, all the tape up and you can't go through there. So anyway, everybody watches my videos. Anybody watching my videos can see trains going through all the time. I always talked about that, the EOS train. I haven't talked about that for a while. Maybe that's a good time to talk about it. EOS train just went through. But anyway, Vitalik giving EOS, giving proof of stake, giving the protocol that EOS is built on, a big thumbs up, thinking Bitcoin needs to move to proof of stake. And of course, we've talked a little bit about how Random Bloomer has mentioned a little bit about that too. So anyway, very important updates and very important news. Also want to talk a little bit about the market cap on all cryptocurrencies. And I think I was watching a video a little bit earlier tonight about how somebody was saying that Cisco is talking about how 10% of world gross GNP, gross national product, or gross national world product, or gross product of the world, or whatever it is, transaction of the world, 10% will be on blockchain very soon, in the next 10 years, I think. So that means blockchain has the opportunity to increase, and I think he did the math, it was like 70 times, or 70 whatever it was, I can't remember. But anyway, if Cisco's talking about it, of course Cisco's the big, the internet giant, Cisco. What is Cisco? I think Cisco is databases, or Cisco database. I think it is databases. So anyway, if the database giant, Cisco, thinks most information is going on a blockchain in the next 10 years, probably a pretty good idea that that's what's going to happen. So anyway, a lot of good information. I'll put the video for Vitalik below. I think it's like 35, 40 minutes. I thought it was a pretty good interview. Vitalik's a smart guy, no doubt about it. I love Vitalik. That's why I love EOS. And that's why I love Ethereum and EOS. I love Dan too. So both very, very intelligent people. I enjoy listening to them both. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.